Death Club.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Danny here. Today I'm talking to you about Tokyo Dragon Knight. So Tokyo Dragon Knight is, I believe, a weekly manga written and drawn by Asahi Tsukishita, and the publisher is Comic Smart, I think. I'm currently caught up with what's translated, which is 49 chapters. It's been a good while since the last translation came out. As far as I know, that's all that's out there. I have no other information for this manga because as I went to look it up on my anime list, which is where I catalog and look for more information about series that I read, it's not there. It's a first that I've ever seen. Like, I've read a manga and it's always there, even super obscure ones that only have 30-ish chapters like Shigehime. And you can't find Tokyo Dragon Knight on my anime list. It's wild. Tsukishita's not even on there as well. This, as far as I know, this is the only series he's done. Just based off the Google searches I've done. It's crazy. Regardless, so let's get into it, man. This stars our main character, Kokoro, who is in high school, and we see him hanging out with his childhood friends. And it's a typical anime situation where we have like a love triangle right here. We have our boy Kokoro with his best friend, and then the girl that they end up both liking, but of course he's the main character, so the girl has feelings for him. But things have been weird with him. He's sort of distant, he just doesn't care about school, he doesn't plan to go to college once high school's over, and he's also giving up his feelings for this girl so his best friend can date her, because as we find out in the story, when his father died, left a lot of debt, and his mom is trying to figure out what to do. Her parents don't really want to help either. Kokoro here decided to put his foot down and say, you know what? I got to be the bigger man, get a job now, and help pay off this debt, and then I could worry about school after. And so, of course, as most mangas on my list, I have no idea what's going on. I'm going in blind. And so with a title like Tokyo Dragon, I was thinking, okay, maybe this is some kind of shonen thing, like he gets caught up in something and then he has to go do shonen stuff. But as it turns out, there's actually dragons showing up here, and one random night attacking the city, eating all these people up. So first things first, art style, it's a little rough. It feels like a first timer for sure, just based on how the perspective is and the way the eyes are drawn when the face is at a certain angle. But one thing I do like with the art is the design of the dragons. They are very, very different. The first thing I thought of mind was Bleach from Kubo and his designs for the Iran cars and how unique they are. And here it's the same thing. They all sort of have like these crazy giant smiles. They have multiple eyes, and their body shapes is not what you would really expect, but it still resembles that of a dragon. And now we're thrusted into this world where we see these high school kids try to escape and find shelter. And I was definitely getting a lot of different vibes from this series. I was confused for a bit because I didn't know what it was trying to do. At first, it feels like something like High School of the Dead, where we're set up in a post-apocalyptic world right out of the gate, and we're following these high school kids who are going to do what it takes to survive. And then we start getting very shonen characters coming in, and based off of their weapons and their outfit designs, I thought, oh, we're entering Terraform Mars or freezing territory with this, eh? And it's going more towards freezing. There's actually some similar shots here when they're explaining the background with some of this stuff, and the fact that their powers come from these dragons as well. It took a while to get its footing and to understand what it wanted to do. And with the chapters being as fast-paced as they are, it's a quick breeze to go through. That didn't really help it as well. I was curious just to see what was going on. I wanted to see which direction they were trying to go with. And right now, it's all right. It's going typical shonen stuff. We're right in the middle of a training arc right now, introduced to new characters. And it's a lot of, usual tropes that you see. Nothing really innovative coming out of here yet, aside from the fact that the dragons are cool and there's something larger afoot going on with them. And we do meet a new character, a new female character specifically. As soon as I saw her and then they both look at each other for one panel, I knew right off the bat, oh, okay, it's so obvious where this is going to go. It'll probably take a while, but we're going to get there. And then, she makes a decision that's not that surprising. It's a little bit above average. It looks cool, and we're slowly getting into interesting stuff, but it's been done so many times over. I'll keep an eye on it if more chapters come out, but if you want to see some cool dragon designs and just the typical stuff you would like to see in these kind of series, then yeah, check it out. And that's all I really have to say. It's a short episode, it's only 49 chapters, which, it is a lot, but like I said, it's fast paced. So you really breeze through them pretty fast, and it's a lot of setup, a lot of build up, and a lot of decision makings into the future of the series. So not a whole lot of stuff to go on. So that's all I have to say, guys. Have you ever heard of this series? Have you checked out some chapters? Would love to hear some thoughts. Go ahead, send an email, universepodcast@gmail.com. What do you think? Is it too generic, or is there something that I'm missing? Would love to hear it. And while we wait for the next episodes, remember, you could always follow us on social media at @universepodcast, and we'll let you know when those episodes drop. So thanks, guys, and we will catch you on the next one.